Hi, my name is Cindy Sue Bridges, and I'm otherwise known as Mystic. I am a clairvoyant intuitive, and I really enjoy working with people, helping them to learn how to be more positive in this world we live in that's filled with negativity just about everywhere you turn. You turn the TV on, and you hear things happening throughout the world, people acting out, crime, and then you've got, of course, your neighbors that, have their problems and sometimes react in a negative way. And there's so much negativity around us. A lot of people have lost or have forgotten how to make their days positive and more fulfilling because it's sitting there every day and feeling down or feeling victimized, um, feeling sorry for yourself. Why me? Why is this happening? Only holds you back from going forward. Every day is movement. It moves no matter if you move or not, and it goes a lot easier if you stay positive. So I'm doing this video to help people to be more positive in their days, to remind them of ways to turn the day around and be more happy and more filled with light. And people look at me and say, well, how can you be so positive every day? I don't understand how you can do it. And it's really quite easy. It's setting an intention to do it. It's loving myself enough to know that I deserve that. And if anything negative comes towards me, I keep positive in every way. And I can show you few different ways of doing this. It's it's really, really easy if you think about it, but because the world is so confusing, it's so much coming at you, there's so much technology, there's so much interference all day long that we kind of forget about the simple things. One way that you can be positive every day, and people say this all the time, and you don't really give it a whole lot of thought except for on Thanksgiving Day, count your blessings. Well, Thanksgiving Day is not the only day that you need to count your blessings. You need to do it every day. I'll tell you a short story about when I worked in a nursing home. There was this woman, and she had a walker, and she was very elderly, and she walked very, 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 very slow. And it did not bother me. I walked just as slow right beside her with caring and just patience, and she kept apologizing. I'm so sorry I'm walking so slow. I'm so sorry I'm slow. And I looked at her and told her that there are people everywhere praying for those legs that walk so slow. And she said, I never thought of that. And I told her, please don't apologize to me for being slow. I want you to be thankful for the legs that you have. And it's true. I realized this a long time ago that I may not have a lot here, and I don't. I'm considered in poverty level at this time, but I consider myself extremely rich. And I was driving down the road one day, and I seen this home that had such beautiful landscaping. The home was beautiful, and I was like, oh, I'd love to have that home. And then it hit me. It hit me pretty hard, There's other people saying the same thing about what I have. I have a wonderful husband that it took me a very long time to find, that loves me, supports me, and is my best friend. He listens to me, and we talk, and we don't argue. And there's people, millions and millions of people around the world that would give anything for that. So there is a huge blessing. I have 3 beautiful daughters, all 3 healthy, all 3 wonderful, loving, caring, helping people. I have 4 wonderful stepchildren. I have 7 beautiful grandchildren, all reasons to be thankful for every single day. Some people aren't even able to have kids. If you sit and listen to their stories about, all these people that have kids that don't know how to treat them, and there are some, why can't I have a child? And so having your children is a wonderful, wonderful blessing if you have them. Having your home. I have a dog that is the sweetest thing in the world. She is just a gem. There's just so much around you to be thankful for, that people are going by your life going, man, I really wish I had that. So keep in mind about those things that you have. A second thing that you can do is try to turn around your circumstances that happen into a positive. Um, my oldest daughter, Cassandra, a long while back, when she was single, she was very lonely. She suffers from anxiety, and she was staying with her father because she had nowhere else to stay. I couldn't take her in at the time, um, because of the place I was staying wouldn't allow for anybody else to be with me. And so she stayed with her father, and her father is very difficult to live with. Um, I won't go into details. Doesn't need to be, but the fact is, it was difficult for her to be there. It was so difficult for her to be there that she was losing her hair. She was extremely depressed, and I was getting really concerned about her. I would go visit her. I'd bring her a rosary. I'd be like, try to stay positive. There's a reason for why you're here. There's a reason why the door is not open for you to go further. You've got to accept it. You've got to have faith. And I told her this over and over again. And this is when she learned that Mama was right. She was there for quite a while. I would say about a little over a year, maybe a year and a half. And this girl came over from across the street and asked for her, and told my daughter that her brother, I think it was, at the time, because I wasn't there, her brother wanted to meet her, and that he seen her outside and really wanted to meet her. So she's like, okay. So she goes over there, and needless to say, they are married, have been married now for about 9 years. They have 2 beautiful children, and I couldn't say enough how there's a reason for everything, and you may not know why, and you don't have to know. The fact is, you need to have faith. So if you're in a situation you know that you don't deserve to be there, you know there's more things waiting for you, you know you should be somewhere else, just keep looking for that open door. That door will open when it's time. And the third thing is to surround yourself with positive people. I am on Facebook, and you can find me by looking up Cindy Sue Bridges. Cindy Sue is together, um, and I'm the only one, I do believe, so it won't be hard to find me. And all of my friends, let's say 95% of my friends that are not family, the ones that are friends, are spiritual friends that have spiritual positive messages that I can, when I go to Facebook and you see, all the messages of the day, they're all positive, they're all beautiful, they all lift me up. So if you don't have a whole lot of friends outside of you, or there's not a whole lot you can do about your circumstances, you can surround yourself on the internet. You can go to positive sites. You can find inspirational things to look at, but really make an effort to make your day, every single day you make time for it, to make your day positive. And most importantly, you need to love yourself. This is something I struggled with because when I was growing up, I had a mother that was very strict, and she was raised by her Southern Baptist grandmother, and so that didn't give me much hope. And so I was strictly risen. Children are to be seen and not heard. And it was abusive as they look at it nowadays. Back then, it was just the way it was. But I didn't believe that I was worth anything. I didn't believe that people cared about me. I didn't believe I was worth caring about. And I eventually grew out of that. I kind of noticed that, hey, people like me. And I'm likable and I'm a good person and there's no reason I'm not any different than anybody else. I'm no better, I'm no worse. And so then I began to do some mild meditations where I closed my eyes and I pictured myself as a little girl, the one that was in pain, the one that was hurting, that one that felt alone and that was being abused. And then I pictured myself now coming in to that picture and giving myself what I needed, and that was very healing. And from that point on, I began loving myself more and more and more. And the more you love yourself, the less that you will accept when it comes to negativity towards you, people treating you badly. You realize that's their issue, not mine. And you don't have to absorb it. You don't have to own it. If it makes you feel bad, okay, it makes you feel bad for a moment. Then you need to let it go because it's theirs. And because they're feeling it doesn't mean you have to own it and feel it all the time as well. And the more positive you are, you notice how when people are negative and they're negative and they're negative and pretty soon you become kind of negative, that's kind of what I'm talking about. The thing is, if you're positive, 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 it does the same thing. Really, it does. The more positive you are, guess what? It starts rubbing off on other people. So, if you need more tips or have any kind of issues, feel free to contact me. I'll try to do more videos and tips to help you along. Again, I'm Cindy Sue Bridges. I'm otherwise known as Mystic, and blessings to everyone.